The Miami Heat had a disappointing end to last season, but have revitalized this team in the upcoming season and will look to have a much better season this year after acquiring Kyle Lowry, after acquiring PJ Tucker, and after bringing back Victor Oladipo. But the question is, how good can they be, and can they win a title? That being said, let's go ahead and talk about that. Let's have that discussion. Be sure to let me know what you think down in the comment section, but let's talk about the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat have drastically changed their roster after the disappointing end to last season. And by drastically change, it's a change at the top end in the starting lineup, as they now have two new starters for the upcoming season, with Kyle Lowry being acquired via a sign and trade, and PJ Tucker being signed in free agency. Duncan Robinson was brought back, Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo will round out that starting unit. But they now have a new point guard in town with Goran Dragic out and Kyle Lowry in, and PJ Tucker has been brought in to fill what, in my opinion, was the weakest position on the team, with him now being the new starting power forward. I think the Kyle Lowry addition is going to be a very good addition. I think it was a needed signing. I think they needed someone who could be a better scorer and playmaker than what they had. Goran Dragic obviously isn't anywhere near as good as he was a couple of years ago when he was an all-star with this team. But now they have Kyle Lowry who can come in, be a leader, has championship experience, has championship pedigree, is a leader, can get his own bucket, can play make for others, is an extremely hard-working player, a good defender, can do all of the winning plays, and fits in great with the culture of this Miami team. Duncan Robinson will continue to do his things based on the floor. Jimmy Butler will continue to have to be the leader on this team. PJ Tucker is going to be the defensive anchor for this team, as he is pretty much a zero on offense now. He can do some things offensively, but he's certainly not being brought in for offense anymore. He's just there to play very good defense, and then Bam Adebayo will round it off. Bam Adebayo just does a little bit of everything, right? He's a solid defender, one of the best defenders in the league. He can give you a little bit of offense in and around the paint and mid-range as well. If he can continue to improve his spacing and his mid-range game, then that's only going to do better things for the offense and the spacing of this Miami Heat group moving forward. And Jimmy Butler needs to improve his three-point shooting again this year. Last year was a big step back for Jimmy Butler in his three-point shooting compared to previous years. And now they have brought in another perimeter player who can create his own shot, get his own bucket in Kyle Lowry. But they are going to need Jimmy Butler to be a better three-point shooter as well, as he was not good in that department last year. But he is going to have to hit some big buckets for them down the stretch in some games in the playoffs if they want to be successful. And ultimately, that was just not something that Jimmy Butler has done very well over the last couple of seasons from deep. And so he'll look to improve on that in the upcoming season, because the last couple of years for him from three-point range has been rough. Mid-range, solid. Attacking the rim, solid. Playmaker, solid. Defensively, solid. But he does need to improve his three-point shooting, no doubt about it. When you look at the rest of this Miami Heat team, I really like their guard depth once Oladipo is back, assuming he can stay healthy. Tyler Herro and Victor Oladipo is amazing scoring off of your bench, again, once Oladipo is healthy. Until then, I don't like their guard depth at all, because Tyler Herro's fine, but then you're talking about Gabe Vincent or Max Strus, which just is not great. But when healthy, this team has some of the best guard depth, if not the best guard depth off of the bench in the league. When you're talking about Tyler Herro and Victor Oladipo, two very good scorers. If you can get anywhere near decent production from Oladipo and anywhere near what we've seen from him when he was healthy, then he's going to be an absolutely brilliant piece for them off of the bench. And Tyler Herro, as we know, is a great scorer off of the bench as well. Where I start to get concerned about this Miami team is their depth in the front court. Their front court depth consists of Dwayne Edmonds at center, Markieff Morris at power forward, and KZ Okpala at small forward. Now, I don't expect Okpala to play many minutes come playoff time or late in the season in important games unless he takes a big step forward. I think it's going to be a rotation off of the bench of Tyler Herro, Victor Oladipo, Markieff Morris, and Dwayne Edmonds. Of course, that is assuming that once Oladipo is back, he can stay healthy in December or January, and when he does come back. But I am concerned about their front court depth. It is very limited. If they do get any injuries, they are going to be in trouble. And that is definitely the one point on this team that I am concerned about for them as a contender, alongside the fact that I am a little bit concerned about their ability to have someone who can make a bucket for them late in games. Now, Jimmy Butler has shown the ability to do that when they made their playoff run in the bubble, but I do have hesitation about them being able to do that and specifically Jimmy Butler being able to do that at the same level again. Can he have that level of three-point shooting again, or can Kyle Lowry pick up that role? That remains to be seen. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below about this Miami Heat team moving into next season. If you think they will be better, or if you think they will have a similar season more so to last year. I have Miami as a much better team this year. I think the additions of Kyle Lowry and PJ Tucker make them much better. I think they're going to be one of the hardest teams in the league to score against. You're talking about Bam, PJ, Butler, and Kyle Lowry, which is an absolutely ridiculous defensive group, while still being solid on the offensive end as well. So I think they'll be a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference. I think they'll be a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. Ultimately, I just don't think they're as good as the Bucks or as the Nets. But I wouldn't completely count them out to potentially pulling off an upset if all things go well for them offensively. That being said, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And if you want to hear my thoughts on other season previews, be sure to click the box on the right-hand side of the screen. That being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.